a tapestry woven by resilience celebrating Venezuelan women. Venezuela, a land of vibrant colors, passionate rhythms, and resilient souls. The spirit of its women is woven into the very fabric of this nation. They are the keepers of tradition, the voices of change, and the heart of their families. From the bustling streets of Caracas to the remote villages nestled in the Andes, their stories are ones of strength, courage, and an unwavering spirit. Venezuelan women carry within them a legacy of passion and determination. They are the descendants of indigenous warriors, of African queens brought across the ocean, and of European settlers who dared to dream of a new world. This rich heritage has shaped their identity. It has ignited within them a fire that burns bright even in the face of adversity. Their contributions to society are vast and undeniable. They are the backbone of the workforce, the nurturers of future generations, and the guardians of Venezuelan culture. They are the storytellers, the artists, the teachers, and the healers. In a land often defined by its struggles, Venezuelan women remain a beacon of hope and resilience. Their stories, often untold and unheard, deserve to be celebrated. They are a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. Let us delve into their world, explore their triumphs and struggles, and recognize the profound impact they have on shaping the destiny of Venezuela. Shaping the soul of a nation. Women in Venezuelan arts. The soul of Venezuela sings through its music, dances, and stories. Women have long been the custodians of this artistic heritage. They are the inheritors of ancient traditions and the innovators of modern expression. Through their art, they give voice to the joys, sorrows, and aspirations of a nation. From the rhythmic sway of salsa to the intricate steps of joropo, Venezuelan women have infused their cultural identity into their dances. These dances are not mere entertainment, they are a celebration of life, a way to connect with their ancestors, and a powerful form of storytelling. In the realm of literature, Venezuelan women have left an indelible mark. Writers like Teresa Carreño, a renowned pianist, captivated the world with her musical genius. Her legacy continues to inspire generations of young musicians in Venezuela and beyond. Contemporary artists like Sofia Imber, a prominent journalist, art critic, and founder of the Museo de Arte Contemporáneo de Caracas, have used their platforms to challenge societal norms and amplify marginalized voices. Through their art, they invite us to see the world through their eyes, to understand their struggles, and to celebrate their resilience. Voices that dare to rise, pioneering women in politics. The political landscape of Venezuela has long been dominated by men, yet, amidst the complexities of power and governance, women have emerged as powerful voices for change. They have shattered glass ceilings and challenged the status quo. Pioneering women like Luisa Cáceres de Arizmendi embody courage and resilience. Her sacrifices continue to inspire generations. Women like Maria Corina Machado are fearless advocates for democracy. Despite persecution, they remain committed to a better future. Their journeys have not been easy. They have faced discrimination and violence. Their determination fuels their fight for equality and justice. These courageous women are symbols of hope. They remind us that courage and determination can never be extinguished. Their stories inspire women and girls across Venezuela and beyond. A fight for dignity, the struggle for gender equality. The fight for gender equality in Venezuela is a story of both progress and setbacks. Women have made significant strides in education, employment, and legal rights. However, deeply ingrained patriarchal norms and persistent inequalities continue to pose significant challenges. Despite constitutional guarantees of equality, Venezuelan women still face discrimination in various spheres of life. The wage gap persists, and women are often underrepresented in leadership positions across different sectors. Stereotypes and societal expectations often limit their opportunities for advancement. Violence against women remains a pervasive issue, a shadow that haunts the lives of many. Domestic violence rates are alarmingly high, and access to justice for survivors can be difficult. The lack of adequate resources and support systems further exacerbates the vulnerability of women facing abuse. Despite these challenges, Venezuelan women are not passive victims. They continue to raise their voices, demanding equal rights, opportunities, and an end to all forms of discrimination. They are at the forefront of social movements, advocating for policy changes and challenging cultural norms that perpetuate gender inequality. The shadow of crisis impact on women and girls. The ongoing political and economic crisis in Venezuela has cast a long shadow over the lives of its citizens. Women and girls, often the most vulnerable members of society, have been disproportionately affected by this crisis. The fabric of their lives has been frayed by poverty, displacement, and a lack of access to essential services. The collapse of the economy has forced many women into desperate situations. They struggle to provide for their families, often working multiple jobs for meager wages. The scarcity of food and essential goods has led to malnutrition, particularly among children and pregnant women. The healthcare system, once a source of pride for Venezuela, has been decimated by the crisis. Hospitals lack basic supplies, and qualified medical professionals have fled the country in search of better opportunities. This has had a devastating impact on women's health, particularly maternal health care and access to reproductive services. The crisis has also led to a surge in gender-based violence. As economic hardship increases, so too does domestic abuse. Women and girls are at a higher risk of human trafficking and sexual exploitation as they become more desperate for survival. When survival becomes a battle. Poverty and access to healthcare. Poverty has always been a harsh reality for many in Venezuela, but the ongoing crisis has plunged countless families into a fight for basic survival. Women, often the sole breadwinners in their households, bear the brunt of this economic devastation. The lack of access to healthcare adds another layer of hardship to their already challenging lives. The once reliable social safety nets have crumbled, leaving many women struggling to feed their families. The images of mothers rummaging through garbage for scraps to feed their children are a stark reminder of the brutal reality of poverty in Venezuela. The scarcity of food and essential goods has turned daily life into a constant struggle for survival. The healthcare system, once a source of national pride, has been brought to its knees. Hospitals lack basic medicines and equipment. Qualified doctors and nurses have left the country in droves, seeking better opportunities and a chance to practice their profession without constant fear and shortages. For women, this lack of access to healthcare has dire consequences. Maternal mortality rates have skyrocketed as pregnant women lack access to proper prenatal care and safe childbirth facilities. Chronic illnesses, once manageable, have become life-threatening due to the scarcity of medication. Justice denied barriers in law and political participation. The promise of equality enshrined in Venezuela's constitution rings hollow for many women who face significant barriers in accessing justice and participating in the political process. Discrimination, violence, and a lack of representation in decision-making positions hinder their ability to fully exercise their rights as citizens. The judicial system, weakened by corruption and political interference, often fails to protect women from violence and discrimination. Domestic violence cases are often met with indifference or even hostility. The fear of retribution and the lack of faith in the justice system discourage many women from reporting abuse. The political arena remains largely dominated by men. Women are often relegated to secondary roles, their voices stifled, and their perspectives ignored. The lack of female representation in decision-making positions perpetuates a cycle of exclusion and hinders the development of policies that address the unique needs and concerns of women. Despite these challenges, courageous women continue to fight for their rightful place in Venezuelan society. They are organizing, advocating, and demanding accountability from their leaders. They understand that true democracy requires the full and equal participation of all citizens, regardless of gender. Beacons of Hope, MDPV, and the Movement for Change. Amidst the turbulence and despair, beacons of hope emerge from the unwavering spirit of Venezuelan women. Organizations like Mujeres por la Paz y la Democracia en Venezuela, MDPV, stand as testaments to their resilience and their commitment to building a more just and peaceful future. MDPV, a leading women's rights organization, has been tirelessly working to empower women, promote peace, and defend human rights in Venezuela. Their work encompasses a wide range of initiatives, from providing legal aid and psychosocial support to victims of violence to promoting women's political participation and leadership. They understand that lasting peace requires addressing the root causes of conflict and inequality. Their programs focus on empowering women economically, providing them with the tools and resources to become self-sufficient and to contribute to their communities. They also work to raise awareness about gender equality and human rights, challenging discriminatory attitudes and promoting a culture of peace and respect. MDPV is not alone in its struggle. Numerous other women-led organizations have emerged across Venezuela, providing essential services, advocating for change, and offering a glimmer of hope in these trying times. Their tireless efforts are a testament to the indomitable spirit of Venezuelan women and their unwavering belief in a brighter future. Weaving the threads of unity, women leading the way. In the face of adversity, the women of Venezuela are demonstrating the extraordinary power of unity and collaboration. They understand that their strength lies in their shared experiences, their collective wisdom, and their unwavering commitment to creating a better future for themselves, their families, and their nation. Across the country, women are forming networks of solidarity and support. They are sharing resources, providing emotional support, and working together to overcome the challenges they face. These networks, often informal and organic, are a lifeline for many women, offering a sense of community and belonging in a time of crisis. Women are also taking the lead in promoting dialogue and reconciliation. They understand that lasting peace requires healing the deep divisions within Venezuelan society. They are working to bridge political divides, foster understanding, and create spaces for constructive dialogue. Their efforts are not limited to the domestic sphere. Venezuelan women are also connecting with women across borders, sharing their stories, and building international solidarity. They recognize that the challenges they face are not unique to Venezuela, and they are drawing strength and inspiration from the global movement for women's rights and social justice.